3 days in a row now. Can you believe this? 3 days in a row, and now we're finally getting a special counsel on this. It made absolutely no sense that they'd slow roll this information, but given the fact that today there's been somebody appointed to it, how much exactly is the White House covering up when it comes to these classified documents that are being hidden all over the different residents where Biden ever hung his hat? Okay, you got that, Penn Center office and the short time that he was out of public office. Okay, undisclosed location from yesterday, and today in the garage of his Delaware mansion. Oh, okay, cool. But that's it, though. This will be it, okay? That'll be the end of the treasure trove. Nothing further to see here, okay? Mostly because, gay black press secretary lady couldn't be bothered to even respond to any questions. It's like, you have things to ask from us? I don't think so, plebs. And Biden, well, he gave his most comprehensive rebuttal to a situation to date, so let's get into this. Classified documents found in his Delaware garage next to his Corvette. His Corvette in his mansion in Delaware. If I was to describe just that situation, you had no idea that was Biden. Would you think that that would be an elected official that would have a classic Corvette with a mansion in New England? Would that ever cross your mind? No, but there's Uncle Joe for you. President Biden admitted Thursday that more classified documents were found inside his Delaware garage near his prized classic Corvette after the revelation Monday that 10 sensitive documents were found at President Biden's former think tank office in Washington. Yesterday, we covered a couple more, and today, this is what we got. The jaw-dropping disclosure comes after the Justice Department reviews whether Biden mishandled classified information, a potential crime, after he left office as vice president in 2017. In the action that could be a substantial, long-running impact on Biden, sure it will be, Attorney General Merrick Garland on Thursday afternoon appointed Robert Hur, a former Maryland U.S. attorney, as special counsel to examine the matter. And we'll hear more about him in a moment. The special counsel will not be subject to the day-to-day supervision of any official department, Garland said, adding that I will ensure Mr. Hur receives all the resources he needs to conduct his work. Earlier Thursday, Biden admitted he stored documents next to his car. Hey, at least good old Trump had the wherewithal to properly store stuff in Mar-a-Lago, but that's different, right? But wasn't the defense earlier in this week? Oh, man, don't worry about that. We were keeping the documents, man, behind a locked door. It's all good. Well, don't worry. They got you covered here if you're looking for defenses. It's something. Classified materials next to your Corvette. What were you thinking? Fox News reporter Peter Doocy asked Biden after he spoke about annual inflation edging lower to 6.5% in December. See, it's so great. Inflation is going down under the Biden administration. They can go ahead and run with that stupid headline. See, inflation is coming down, and I'm doing a great job. Just the same way that he does with gas prices. See, gas prices are coming down from a record high that I set earlier last summer. Shut your fucking mouth. My Corvette is in a locked garage, okay? So it's not like they're sitting out on the street. Is that the bar that we need to cross? Okay, you're not keeping classified materials out on your driveway. Sweet. But you're keeping them in a fucking garage. Okay, garages, things not normally broken into or anything like that, but let's be honest, okay? The place that the garage where everything was getting kept, okay, this wasn't necessarily like a fucking slum where he was living, okay? You got a couple of aerial shots because that's the only way to get the entire property in any sort of frame, but there you go right there. But I guess if you were worried about security concerns, if anybody was going to swim across and, I don't know, break into the garage. But it's like maybe if you have a big distraction like that where you have the Corvette instead of the miscellaneous documents in the background, I don't know, is that what it's supposed to be? Like there's some pink documents that's back there. That's normally the cover for some of the classified documents, okay? But if you want somebody to not pay attention to anything that you could be nefariously hiding in the same place, you would put something out there just as cover. But he wasn't thinking that far ahead. And again, we're asking Biden to think about something. So who the fuck is Jesus Christ? Could that guy get any fatter? What the fuck? No, Robert Hur is, he's a little man in the middle. Okay. He's the U.S. ADA. It was appointed by Trump in 2017. Okay, so this is a non-part. I got to get that thumb-looking motherfucker off the screen. That shit is crazy. Okay, in a short statement on Thursday, Garland revealed a detailed timeline of when the documents were originally discovered and how the initial Justice Department investigation began. Funny, you didn't make mention of this shit when they discovered any of these documents, now, did you? Because there you go. November 2nd, 10 classified documents were found at Penn Biden Center, think tank in Washington, D.C., by President Joe Biden's lawyers. November 3rd, National Archives were notified of the discovery. No, I thought everything was brought back by then. Okay. National Archives Office Inspector General on November 4th contacted a prosecutor at the Department of Justice and told them the classified material had been discovered at the Penn Biden Center. The documents were secured at an archives facility. Now let's just try to extrapolate this out a little bit, okay? Because these were discovered November 2nd, 2022. If he would have had to theoretically take these from the National Archives, he would have done that well beforehand, because he's been president for the past 2 years. So all of those documents were at a place where he hadn't been in the past 2 years, and this is the first time anybody decided to do some sleuthing through some old offices. I'm just wondering, man. You found 10. How much shit is actually still there? No. Okay, yeah. So going forward on this timeline, November 8th, the 2022 midterm election, exactly. November 9th, okay, the FBI commenced an assessment to determine whether classified material had been mishandled. Oh, okay, so it took you a week to get around to that. Just after the election, though. Okay, cool. It took you guys' time, or you needed time to assemble all of your thoughts on the matter. I understand. November 14th, Attorney General Merrick Garland assigned the U.S. Attorney for the Northern District of Illinois, John Losh, to determine if a special counsel was needed. How many fucking steps do you have here? December 20th, the president's personal attorney informed Losh that additional documents with classified markings were found in Biden's garage in Wilmington, Delaware. The FBI secured those documents. Oh, okay, so after they were informed that there was going to be an investigation to see if he mishandled any documents, they told them about some documents that were mishandled by being kept in a garage. But the garage was locked, man. Good enough. Losh advised Garland that a special counsel should be appointed on January 5th. Again, we're, 2 months out now at this point? So, January 9th, White House publicly announces classified documents from Biden's time as vice president found at his office. And then it took them an additional 3 days to come forward with, and there's more documents that were hidden in a garage. What else are they trying to keep from us, to be completely honest? White House Press Secretary Gay Blacklady didn't reveal more details about the documents' discovery, referring questions to the Justice Department. You're press secretary, bitch. It's your fucking job to have the answers. And when questioned repeatedly why the White House didn't reveal the discovery of additional documents on December 20th until January 12th, jean-pierre just, shaked and stammered her way at the podium. She's an awkward lady to watch. I don't know why she has the job. She's definitely going to be quitting soon. Pierre argued the administration was being transparent. See, by not being transparent, we're actually being transparent. You bigots just don't understand, okay? And I want to say that we have been transparent here by waiting 3 months to get around to this shit. Okay, they reported it. They reached out to the archives. Yeah, we just seen the time frame. You guys just fucking drug your feet on this. Okay, a lie of omission is still a lie regardless, and they did that voluntarily, and they were not compelled to do that. They did it voluntarily. No, you didn't have to tell anybody that you went down and raided Mar-a-Lago, but you made sure that all the media cameras were there. But okay, to each their own. So who the fuck is Rob Hur? Okay. Hur served as U.S. Attorney for Maryland, the top prosecutor's role in the state during the Trump administration after the president nominated him in 2017. That doesn't mean all that much. Trump appointed a lot of really, shady individuals, and given the fact that he's from Maryland, not exactly a Republican stronghold, but, I don't know, maybe this guy's decent. I don't know him from a fucking hole in the wall. He went after politicians in Baltimore for public corruption. Did he come up empty? Because that's like shooting fish in a barrel, just saying. As well as leading the prosecution of what DOJ called two of the most significant breach cases in history. Okay, so this guy sounds at least pretty experienced in this field. Those cases related to the former NSA contractor who stole and retained classified material over 2 decades and stored it in his home and car. Oh, how very appropriate. And the former NSA employee who removed and kept his home massive troves of highly classified national defense information. Was there a classic car involved? Just wondering. Her said the sentence should serve as a warning that will find and prosecute government employees and contractors who flagrantly violate their duty to protect classified material. He also went after criminal gang members, including members of the notorious MS-13. Okay, her pedigree includes clerking for Supreme Court Justice William Rehnquist. Okay. Earned his JD from Stanford Law. Okay, he's a smart man. He's a, run-of-the-mill dude. Now, I've seen people opine on this situation that, oh my God, the walls are closing in on Joe. They're going to use this as the opportunity to do the old bait and switch, and here comes President Kamala. Maybe. I've been opining on that myself, okay, just waiting for the opportunity to get Joe across the finish line to finally sunset him so he could go home back to Delaware. I don't know if this is going to be it. Ultimately, though, given the fact that there is just the obvious comparison to Trump on the other side of this, okay, they bring in somebody who's impartial. They know exactly what they're going to be handing over because they slow-rolled the information, okay? The Department of Justice knows exactly what Biden has, okay? Can they use this? This is what I think. This is what I would put my chips on if I were a betting man, after all, okay? They will use this as, hey, take a look. We investigated Joe Biden for the exact same crime that we're doing the exact same shit for Trump at Mar-a-Lago, and we found out, and we crossed our T's and dotted our I's, and we understood that our investigation was solid, and Joe didn't do anything wrong, and we'll just go ahead and afford the exact same process and policy to Trump, because we already showed that, hey man, it doesn't matter. We take these presidential records violations seriously. So that's why you should trust us that we're going to indict Trump somewhere around, I don't know, whenever the primary debates start to heat up. That's ultimately what I think they're going to do with this stuff, because let's be completely honest. Do you think Joe's going to get taken out by this? Nah, man. They want to hold on to that final round before they have to put in the cackling bitch in charge, okay? So yeah, will this lead to Joe having to step down or some sort of impeachment process to start? Well, if the Republicans actually had a fucking backbone instead of just the bickering up at the top right now saying that, oh no, we're going to go investigate everything. Nah, you guys just continue your infighting. I'm sure Nancy Mace trying to get that little goof in New York tossed out. Yeah, that should definitely be right at the her top priority for, how to touch rhinos. What the fuck ever. We'll see where this ultimately goes, man. I just find it hilarious. It's like, yeah, of course, Biden's been in office for near on 50 years, okay? 6 separate decades. Of course he was going to have classified information. This is the easiest fucking thing to charge anybody in public office with. Okay, you were mishandling classified documents. Yeah, of course. It's just like you could theoretically charge anybody who gets up on the stand during criminal proceedings with perjury, but nobody fucking does it. It's always a pull or break glass in case of an emergency charge. It's an opportunity to show impartiality, so when they do something completely partial, well, at least they have the veneer of good faith, which I don't fucking buy for a second. So, with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.